Taylor, 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 Taylor.
There you go.
Hi! How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am excellent. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, well, just stay with me really quick. Sorry, I had a very, very sad last client, so I had to sit with her
That's
for a
okay.
couple of minutes. Okay,
That's
thank you,
okay.
thank you, thank you. It's always very hard because I go through and I channel and I forget the time, and then I look and I'm like, holy shit, I gotta run, and then I'm like, wait, we gotta go down first.
That's okay.
So thank you. So just stay. Ew, y'all don't go to Florida a whole lot, right? No Florida with you, right? What's up with no, no?
Wait, Florida?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Okay.
Hold on. So I'm not gonna say this in a bad way, but so you haven't actually like taken like an actual vacation in like 2 years or something?
Yeah.
Okay. They go, okay, so that's where this is at. I said, why are you bringing up
And
Florida? I said,
maybe we
what?
were thinking about Florida, and before I'm gonna already start. Before my dad passed, we were talking about going to Disney.
There you go. Thank you. Okay. Because he goes like this. He says, oh my God, sweetheart. He says, she hasn't taken like a vacation in like almost 3 years. He goes, people, we've been on the struggle buses, and I understand that. And he's talking about how you should. And so please, when you get a second this year, next year, please schedule your trip to Disney, do it and have fun, and your dad will go with you.
Okay.
That's just see. You see how random that is, and why? How? Why would you do that to him? Um. Who's the younger male? You don't have a younger brother, though, right? No.
I have an older brother, but I have a nephew
You have
that
a
passed.
nephew. Thank you. Okay, that's what he keeps talking about. And so that nephew was a little bit younger than you, though.
He was a
Younger.
baby when he passed.
That's why. Okay, because he goes like this. And that's why I was like, oh my God, is this our kid? What is that? And he says, oh, and I take care of this. Oh, he's like this younger, and I watch after him.
He
And it's
would
weird because
be, I think he'd be 10.
he'd be 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that absolutely, absolutely. How? Hey, what? Uh, so he just couldn't breathe, or like what was going on with that? What happened? Did he like
So
pass like
I
right when
don't
he
know.
came
He had
out?
no medical problems, but I know when my brother and his girlfriend at the time went down to go see him, they walked in on them doing chest compressions on him.
That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes like this. He says the poor thing just stopped breathing. Or the
Yeah.
poor thing just couldn't breathe. And I go, okay, I gotcha. And has him Bethany. Interesting. Hold on. I have my spare box on over here. So if you see me talking on my phone, that's what's going on. I'm not texting anybody.
You're fine.
Did he? Boom, boom, bow. Did your brother end up attempting to have other kids, like 2 kids on top of that?
He has a little girl that was
Yeah.
born a couple months right after he passed, and then he has another son,
That's
and
the
he
2 kids.
just turned 9.
Okay, okay. Because he goes like this. He goes boom, boom, pow, pow, and I go, "What is that?" And he's talking about getting somebody knocked up, and I was like, "Shut up, Dad!" Like that was the joke. And then he says, "Oh, but he has 2 kids." I said, "Good." And so he watches them, or he made them. He hangs out with them. Hold on. Why? He thinks this is really cool. He thinks that. Why? Are you getting closer to your Are you and your husband like not married? Are y'all just like living together hardcore but
We
not
so
married?
when he passed, we went through a really bad rough patch. and we're just getting back on the right foot.
He's
And we
talking
just had
about,
another baby.
you did. He's talking about wanting to punch him in his face for saying stupid shit. And I'm like, why? And he
Yeah.
says, oh, but they were on the fence, or like they're not fully together. What? And he says that, are you trying to get along with his mother more or something?
I am. Oh my gosh. I
Yes,
just was telling my aunt, I said, I need to start talking to my grandma more. She's
that's
crazy.
why. Yes, yes, that's what it is. And then he says, oh, she's trying to get along with my mother more. I said, ah, okay, good. And hold on, it just said, let's be friends. Hang on. Who? Hold on. So what happened to you? Why are you so chatty? Hang on. Did your dad like get taken out by an illness really, really fast or
He had a
something?
massive heart attack.
That's why he goes the boom boom pow thing again. It's like I'm listening to Black Eyed Peas boom boom pow. This big, like, I don't know why he's choosing to use that in my brain. And he says, "Man, Amy," he says, "before it was done, it was all over. Oh yeah, it's something going on, but it was like ba pow boom."
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay. And he heart. Hang on, hold on. He just like wishes he could go back and tell everybody he loves them, but he sees them. He talks to y'all in your sleep. He says that, why? And so the baby sleeps on your chest in here?
My baby,
Yeah.
he on my chest.
Yeah.
Like she'll
Yeah.
take naps.
Yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. Because he goes like this. He's talking about coming in and you fall asleep with her, though?
Yeah.
Okay, he's talking about you falling asleep with baby, and he's talking about getting in your brain and talking to you. But like, obviously, you don't really remember. And he says that he watches this happen all the time. And he, who? Oh, is this like? And did we have like a baby like end of November? Is like that what was going on?
End of August. She was
End of
due the middle of
August.
September, but I had her at 36 weeks.
You had her early. Okay, okay. I said, so when does this just have a baby? I said, how many weeks out? And he goes, no. He says, back it up. It was the very end of last year. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, okay, maybe it's end of November. And because he said it wasn't December. And who? Why are you showing me purple butterflies? All right. What about that? Hang on. Hang on. Do we not have like an actual room for her yet? She'd be sharing a room with like another kid, or like what's up
She's
with that?
my bedside
That's
in
your
her
bed.
bassinet.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, he says, oh my God, she doesn't have a room by herself. I said, well, I don't think she'd have a room by herself yet. And I said, does she have like a room made for her though? You know how people are like, I'm getting
Yeah.
arrange them together. And he says, oh no, she shares a room with another woman. It's mom,
Yep.
and she's talking about how. Hold on. Oh, hang on. Are you like back and forth about wanting to be healthier, and then you say, oh shit, but this tastes so good, like it doesn't matter? He's talking about that. He's talking about you like,
I was working out for a while and then I would stop.
oh, and then okay, that's what that is. And he's like joking with you. Tell me, the reason why your dad comes through so strongly is because he had a heart attack and he didn't get a chance to say goodbye to anybody, so he is like jumping at the bits. Why? Weird. Why's your mom gone? Why's
She
your
is.
mom gone? Oh.
She passed of cirrhosis.
Oh. Mm, I gotcha. That may be why she hasn't showed up all the way yet. Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. So I'm feeling around. Yes, is it genetic or is it? So it was just a very normal thing for your mom to ask for like wine or just like
She was an alcoholic.
a drink. Yeah, okay. And then you go and get it for her. Like, and she's like laying on the couch and she says, "Can you go get this for me?" And like you're grabbing a beer out of the fridge or like whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
And she's talking about having you do this at like, and this is, I'm not, no shade on your mom at all. But she's talking about having you do this at like 12, 10,
Yeah.
that young. And she says, like, what a terrible thing. She says that, and so she never actually stopped drinking. She kept going. Okay, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people stop drinking when they get the diagnosis of it and they try to get sober. And she's like, "Ah,
Mm-hmm.
fuck it." I go, "Okay,
Mm-hmm.
your dad's at a higher vibration or a higher level than your mom. But your mom is not a bad person, but she's a little bit more heavy, not in a bad way, but
Okay.
you would feel her more. Your dad just feels like this, "Ah," like that energy, and your mom's like,
I talked to my
so
dad a lot, and all
you
day
do.
I
Yes,
talked to him. I went through some of his stuff,
there you
so
go. We'll
that's
talk about
maybe
that.
why.
That's, yeah. So you had a big connection with that, and with your mom, he left. Wait, so they weren't together?
Mm-mm.
She goes, "He left me.
Yeah.
He left me." And I'm like, "What?" And then she says, hold on. She never actually physically got remarried again. She just like dated
Mm-mm.
somebody and dated somebody
Yeah.
again. Okay, gotcha. And hold on. You know if her dad was a closeted alcoholic?
I want to say he was at a point, but I'm not 100%.
It's okay. It's okay. Because she's talking about it running like genetically, essentially. But then she says,
So her brother, my uncle, is also an alcoholic.
so that would be the man. I would have to say
Yeah.
that's probably where that comes from. Okay. And tell me, hang on. Where? Hang on. Did they end up like putting her in the hospital, but then they ended up releasing her and she died at home?
They released her from the hospital, and then she went back, and then they put her on hospice in
Hospital. In a
like a
rehab facility area.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's why, because she goes like this. She says they put me in the hospital, but then they had to release me, or then they had to let
Mm-hmm.
me go. And she says, "Oh, I didn't die in the hospital." She says, "But I died. I guess it's like hospice outside."
Yeah.
And she's talking about the moaning from it, and she's talking about what a miserable way. And I said, "I get it." Her mom just wants to have a conversation. She loves you. She's learning. Your dad is the one that takes care of everything and everybody and is making
Mm-hmm.
sure that shit goes down properly. And Monique, what? Who's the other M name? Or M-A or M-O?
Mark.
Who's that? Who's that?
So I have a brother Mark and my dad's Mark.
Oh, your brother's also Mark. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that. That's what that is. So she's saying, and that's mom's like biological kid though. Mark is,
Yes, but not my
yeah.
dad's, but he raised him.
So that's why. Okay, because she goes like this. She's like, "Mom, mom." I'm like, what does this mean? So she's saying hi to Mark. He's doing okay though.
Yes.
Mark's doing okay.
Well,
Good.
me and him aren't on talking terms.
Oh, well, let's see. Hang on. Tell me. Why? Oh my god. Mm. So he doesn't have a wife. So does his girlfriend not like you?
No, he has a wife now.
Mm.
And
Does she not like you?
we don't, I guess we're not compatible.
Mm-hmm. She goes like this. She says, "Tell her she needs to shut her trap." And I'm
I
like,
knew my mom wouldn't have liked her.
she doesn't. She doesn't like it. She doesn't like the situation. And oh, kids are sad. Oh, did his kids really, really like you?
My nephew. I never met
Yeah.
his daughter that was just born. She'll be coming up on 2 in July.
Oh my
But I still talked
god.
to his first one that he had the boys with. And I
Really?
talked to my nephew.
Okay. why. That's why. It just said kids are sad. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm glad you still do that. And tell me, who? Hang on. Mm. Your dad is trying to get me to a geographical location, but he's using hockey as a way to try to do it. And I know your dad is not a hockey fan. Um, are y'all more north? Is that where y'all live? Where do you live? Like north
So
central?
he was Chicago.
He's hockey. Yes. Okay, that's they all fucking love hockey up there. But okay, I've never been to Chicago. That's why. He showed everybody playing on ice, and I'm like, sorry, sir, I'm from Texas. I have no idea where this is at. And he tell me, no wonder he's big and bold. Why? It's like your mom is hung up on um your dad was like the best thing for her, honestly, and I think she messed it up.
Yeah, she
Um,
did.
that's what he's saying. She's like in regret of that. She's like, he was the best thing. Why did you leave me? Why did you leave me? Oh, I did it to myself. Blah blah blah. And hold on, tell me, do you know she cheated on him?
That's why they were getting a divorce.
She goes like this. She says, "I saw something in this other." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. And why? Hang on. Hold on. Is there a Bobby around? Or a Robert? Or a Robbie? They're all the same thing.
But was it a guy she was with? The Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
She dated a Bobby.
Really? She dated a Bobby? Okay, yeah, somebody
Mhm.
goes, so Bobby. And like for me, I always hear old ladies being called Bob, Bobbie, right? So I'm like, what is that? So I would have to say that's her saying that. And tell me, hang on, what is that name? Hold on. Somebody just said, what is his name? The Texas Hammer lawyer. What is his name? Who is there a Jim?
I don't think so.
Okay, somebody just put hammer in my head. Then somebody talked about a lawyer named the Texas Hammer. The only other thing that I'm going to ask about that is anybody's birthday in May?
My daughters and my dad passed in May.
That's okay. So how random. All right. So this is how spirits talk. I'm from Houston. I live in the middle of nowhere in East Texas. I used to see a commercial for a lawyer when I was about 10 and 11 called the Texas Hammer. And so she just went through, said hammer on my spirit box, made me look it up, and that's the date. So she's talking about May. Is it anywhere close to like May 23rd or anywhere
She's
around there?
My daughter's birthday is the 22nd.
His birthday is May 23rd. So the only thing that I have associated with May 22nd is nothing. And so she decided to pull out the next best thing. That's how spirits talk. Okay.
Oh my god.
Anyways, weird. And look, you can even see. Look, hold on. Taking a screenshot of that. Hang on. Wait. Come here. Boom. It says hammer. Like, why is that a thing? Okay, hold on. We'll go back over here. So yes, she very much knows your daughter. Your dad very much knows your daughter. And hold on. Did she? So does the baby right now, does she or did she have a really hard time with digestion? Or like what was up with her?
And when I first had her, her oxygen was dropping.
Oh, it was terrible like that. It was going really bad. Okay, okay. But
Mm-hmm.
then she was okay. We brought her up and she was fine.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So now that they know, they go like this. Oh my God, she was having a really, really hard time. I'm like, oh, okay. And then
Yep.
tell me, who, where? Are you wanting to have another?
we've been talking about it. But because my mom had 5 and I'm on 4 right now, and everybody's like, "You're gonna be just like your mom."
Yeah, somebody goes, "This is your dad." He goes, "Get it, get it, get it, get it." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He says, "There's gonna be another one." I go, "Shut up. She's gonna say no." And he's like, "No, tell her about it." So I would have to say, "You probably are going to." All right, and let me know. And I think you may end up getting a boy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, you'll
My
probably end up getting a boy. What? What? Tell me.
my dad, I have 1 boy, 3 girls right now, and my boy was my first, and he was like my dad's boy. So
That's
when I was
why.
pregnant with my last, I was like, "She's a boy, she's a boy." And when we found out she was a girl, I was like, "My dad's never gonna give me another boy because my son was his only boy."
Uh-huh. Yes, no, he'll give you another one. That's gonna be the other one. So just wait, it'll be a thing. Ooh, whose name? What name? Do you have a name right here?
My kids.
That is your kids! Oh my god, your dad was with me. That was fucking you then. Oh my god, at my last session. My last session, I was telling a woman she had lost her son at like 36 weeks. And they showed me a tattoo on an arm, and she
Mhm.
had sleeves. And I said, "It's weird." I said, "Do you have like your kids' names right here?" And she goes, "No." I was like, "Odd." And then they keep showing me that over. It's because you. So your dad was with me. Hold on. Tell me. And then that right there, that's confirmation. Hang on. Who? And so right now you're not working though. You're staying at home
Yep.
completely, which is like 110% working. It's easier to work than it is to stay at home.
Yep.
And he's talking to your partner, and he's saying, "Look, you pay attention to her, you listen to her, you do this." And they're showing me macaroni and cheese, so that's funny, in a box. And he's talking about, I guess, like helping out with dinner or helping out with this. And tell me, where? Mm, do you just keep his stuff in your closet?
I do, and I just got it out today.
You did? Okay, okay, yeah. He goes like this. I said, "So where's your stuff at, or what's going on?" And he has you, so like opening a closet door, and I go,
Yep.
"Okay." And he, what? Are you just keeping it like an Amazon box? Is that what you keep it all in? Just like a,
Just a red tote.
oh, tote. Okay, gotcha. He goes, I said, "So what is it in?" Is it something nice? And he goes, "No, no, no, just like something normal
Yeah.
that you can
Just a
carry around."
box.
So, okay. And tell me, smell. Uh, where did you end up getting like an important document from him, like his birth certificate or something? Like, did you get something like that?
I have his license, and I was holding them crying today.
There you go. Thank you. That's what that is. Okay, because I go like this. I said, "What does he have? What does she have?" But I'm like, everybody has like shirts and stuff like that. He goes, "No, no, no." He says the important stuff that like has my name or has my identity on it. I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so know that he knows, and know that he was around for that. Tell me where. Hang on. Oh, the economy, the economy, the economy. I know, I know, I know. So when he ended up passing, he didn't really have like a whole lot of money to like give or like divvy out at the end. There was like nothing like that, correct?
My mom didn't. We all got a part of his pension.
A part of his pension, because he's talking about a small, no, I wouldn't say a small amount, but I
Mhm.
mean, it's like, instead of getting $200,000 or whatever this is,
Yeah.
he says like it's small enough to help, but it's not huge.
Yeah.
And he's talking about how, why, I'm glad that you got that. What happened? What do you mean, are you gay? What? What? Hold on. He's joking about, did he just have like a silver, or not silver, like a gold box chain or something? But he
He
didn't
did.
actually. Okay, okay. He says I don't. But he didn't wear it all the time, right? He
No,
just
I
had
have
it.
it. He passed it down
You
to my
have
son.
it.
I was just thinking about it today.
Okay, because he's talking about it. I said, what about jewelry or anything? He says, I don't have any of that flamboyant shit. He's like, what do you think? Do you think I'm gay? He's like, I'm not. I was like, I'm not saying that. And he was like, nothing wrong with that. And he says, oh, but it's it's just simple. I'm like,
Yep.
oh, okay. So yeah, so know that he knows, obviously, and he's very excited about that. And tell me, hang on, September. What are we doing in September? What's happening in September? What's going on in September?
September.
Or the Virgo, so that could also be the very end of August. Oh,
The
what
baby's
was your?
birthday is the 31st. She'll turn
Yes,
1.
it's the Virgo. Yes. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Cool. Hold on. Yeah, because he's talking about Virgo, and I'm like, what is this? And he hates that he didn't get her anything, but it's okay. He's around for your kiddos, all of them, and he absolutely adores you. Your mom's there. She's there. She's dealing with her stuff, and it's normal. She's not in a bad space, she's not in a dark space, but let's just say that mom's going to be more like a guide or a helper for you, whereas your
Okay.
dad is the person that's like all over taking care of business and
And
making sure that
everything he
everybody's
wrote us
okay.
before he passed, because he had the massive heart attack, he went into a coma. He came out of it.
Wow.
So we had a little time with him, and then he went back and they started him like on hospice and everything. And
Yeah.
everything that he wrote us, he said, I'll always be watching over you.
Mm-hmm.
And he made a joke about it before he passed. He said, I'll always have your guys' back and be watching over you, unlike your mom. And they were,
Yes! Oh my god. He literally said that, and that's what's happening here. That's literally what's happening here. Okay, your
yeah.
mom is, but in a little bit of a different way. So
Yeah.
continue to talk to him. He is a very light, fun spirit. So this is what I want you to do, because I do have to run to my next session. Otherwise, they're going to kick my ass. Wait, no, before I go, do you have questions? What
Does he
questions? What
remember what he
anything?
used to call me?
Okay, so let me tell you on that. We're gonna look, but this may be hard because if I've never heard it before, so because they're taking things out of my brain that I've heard. Okay,
Okay.
so if it's something different, I may not get it because there's some
Okay.
things that I haven't heard before. Okay, or if I get really close, please let me know. Hold on. Why did you make me look at that? Sweet. What do you mean? So I'll tell you what he's saying. So he made me look at this. I know they don't call you nail file. Is it something related to sparkle? Like, what do you mean? At first, I have to investigate everything. It's almost like maybe I'm gonna try two different ways. Let me hear your voice. It has nothing to do with your name at all. It
Mm-mm.
is. Weird. I want to say it's something. Um, just said you are my sunshine. That's interesting. Hang on. Beck. Duck. Wow. Hold on. He's trying. He's trying. Hold on. Hold on. It feels like, so what's going on is it feels like there's somebody going through like a Rolodex of words. And then he slows down on something. And then I'm asking him, how would that fit in there? So the first thing he showed me is maybe somehow, and my brain doesn't understand as to how that would be. Um, he's talking about animals, and that I know that doesn't make any sense to you. Um, unless it's nothing like sweep or anything like that. Was it like something odd or weird? I know it's not
Yeah,
choach or anything like that, but like, and that may be why it's odd or it's weird. It's not my normal. Like
it
my
was.
mom called me
He
Pete.
used to
Yeah.
call me Chenna.
Ch-
Yeah. Does he know about the tattoo I got for him?
Okay, go back to that. So I just said choach,
Yeah.
which is I have never heard that word in my entire life come out of my brain.
So
So
that's
how do
probably
they
why.
say it? Yes,
Chenna.
chen. How do you spell that? How would you spell it?
Chunna.
And what does that have to do? What is that? What is that? What is that
Underwear.
about?
Like underwear.
Where? What is that from? What language is that?
Nothing. He called me and my sisters the weirdest nicknames ever.
The weirdest nicknames. Okay. So let me tell you something really quick. Okay, this is very interesting. So I'm doing my own nails now. So I go through and I do my own acrylic sets now. And I went through, and my husband didn't like where I was keeping all my acrylic stuff. So I ended up taking my top drawer where I usually have my laundry and all my underwear and everything like that. And I moved it down, and I have all of my nail supply stuff in there now in my bedroom. And so I'm like, what would be the thing? And so I'm thinking, but then I would be like, why are they calling you underwear? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So yes, so does he know he got as close as he humanly possibly could? That
Okay.
would be why. Okay, and then hold on. You said the tattoo. Is that
Yep.
what you're asking about? Now I can tell you he would know about it, but hang on. Hang on. Hold on. Weird. Did you get for the tattoo? Did you? Were you trying what? You didn't get like a piece of bread. You didn't get like something random, like an item. Okay. I don't get what that means. Oh, did you end up getting what he wrote you on their signature or something? Or like how
My
did
brother did.
your brother did? That's what he just wrote in my brain. The other thing he did is he put his face, and I know you don't have any like memorial or face or anything like that. So he does know about, I mean, he knows about you. He knows definitely
Uh-huh.
knows about the brother one. He went and wrote that out. I don't know exactly what yours is. I can tell you he does know about it just because that's what spirits know fucking everything.
Okay.
But hang on. Did you get it up here?
I did.
You did? Okay, yeah. I said, tell me that. I said, where's it at? Where's it at least? He says, oh my God, well, good thing she didn't get it like over here. I was like, yeah, that'd be a little weird. That's okay. Boob tattoos for dads are interesting. And so he's talking about this. So I don't know what this is, but he definitely knows about it, obviously.
Yeah,
What is
okay.
it? What is it?
It's a smile now, cry later. And he had it on his back. And then it's his birth flower.
It's a face.
Yeah.
It's a face.
Yeah.
That's that. Okay, so wait, yeah, he went through and he showed me a smiling face, but he showed me his face smiling.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I don't think you got a portrait. It's because it is a face. So yes, he absolutely knows about it. And since I
Okay.
have never really seen that before, that's as close as you can get. So take a couple of minutes, have a good breather, have a good ugly cry, and if you ever need me, let me know.
Okay, thank you.
I love you. You're welcome. Bye.